Good afternoon. This is cause number 2020-23173 in the interest of King Petty. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you please state your name and your relationship to the child?
My name is LaQuisha Foster, and I am King Petty's mother.
All right, and representing the Attorney General, State of Texas.
Andrea Perard.
Court will note that the non-custodial parents, Nathaniel Petty's, Mr. Petty was personally served on December 16th, 2021 at 10:32 a.m. at 3560 Dixie Drive, apartment 123 in Houston, Harris County, Texas, and he has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Berard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, the state would call Ms. Foster. Ma'am, in regards to conservatorship, you're asking to be named sole managing conservator in this case, with you designating the residence with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
And that is based on the fact that there has been family violence in the past. In fact, you had a 2-year protective order from 2019 that I believe expired in 2021. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And since then, you have maintained to be away from him, hence why there's not been any other issues between you and him currently, but you are fearful for any interaction that you would have with him one-on-one. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And however, you are in agreement with him having visitation and possession and access with the child. You're just asking for that initially be a phase-in visitation of 10 periods, and that would be supervised by, I believe, is it your sister?
That's correct.
And then once that is completed of 10 periods for that first supervised, it would be an additional 10 periods unsupervised, and then 2 and 2, with all pickup and drop off to be at the home of your sister. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And with that, you are asking, and then once those phase ins are completed, you have no issues with the standard possession order. Is that right?
Correct.
And you are asking for a non-disclosure finding in this case because of that prior protective order and the prior family violence between you and him. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Your sister's name is Ruth Broomsville, and she lives at 5100 FM 1960 Road, West, number 103 in Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, in regards to child support and medical support, how is this child covered by insurance?
Medicaid.
We're going to order you to maintain that government medical assistance, and Mr. Petty will reimburse the state at $57 per month beginning June 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving him credit for the cost of that health insurance. He has no additional children that we are aware of. Your child support will be set at $217 beginning June 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am. It is.
You are asking for retroactive child support from February 2nd of 2019 up until today in the amount of $8,680. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that is the date of birth of the child up until now. And that is based on the minimum wage presumption. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And that will be paid back at a rate of $95 per month beginning June 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, it is.
Concludes the order, Your Honor. I pass my witness.
Ma'am, you don't want your address to be disclosed, is that correct?
That's correct.
And if he were to find out where you live, would he likely cause you or your child any harassment or abuse or serious harm or injury?
Yes, sir.
All
He
right.
has a note.
Okay.
I don't want.
All right. Court will approve the order as submitted. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Foster. You signed the order. You're free to go.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Was that, let me see. Something about unauthorized user. I'm trying to get the,
Oh, okay.
Maria, I don't know if you can hear me.
no, she can't hear you right now. What do you need? I can tell her.
I am,
Or is it private?
I've been working since 4 a.m., Judge, and so my computer just kicked me out of VPNs. I'm gonna log back in. It's not gonna kick me out of here, but I might go silent for a minute. So don't
All right.
go anywhere.
Is it because it changed the,
Yeah, if you change your password,
well, I wonder if that,
it's gonna restart.
okay, mine has to restart too because I just changed my password.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Great, stand back. Apparently, VPN will only leave you on for 8 hours. I've already had my 8-hour day already. This is
What are you doing at 4 o'clock in the morning?
prepping my 49 case docket.
Couldn't sleep.
Not enough time in the day, Judge. Not enough time.
All right, still trying to get mine to work.
Technology.
Is that a touch screen?
It was touchscreen. I think he just, because that's why it was messing up.
Huh. What is that? Guess that'd be a pretty good place to ride your bicycle if you're coming from up there, but not if you're going from down here. We're gonna be with you in a minute, Miss Marshall. supposed to have powerful stuff. Till the end of the day next time. Bingo. All right. One more thing. Okay, this is call number 2021-62224 in the interest of Siri Marshall. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the child.
Deshidra Marshall, I'm Fire's mom.
And representing the state of Texas.
Andrea Perard.
Court will note that the custodial, non-custodial parent, Tremont Thompson, is not present. He was
No, he's
personally
not.
served on October 26th. 2021 at 5:41 p.m. at 450 Normandy Street, apartment 419 in Houston, Harris County, Texas. He has not filed an answer or made an appearance. Is that correct, Ms. Gerard?
That's correct, Your Honor.
We'll proceed by default.
Thank you, Your Honor. And at this time, the state would call Ms. Marshall. Ma'am, in regards to the paternity of the child, is it your testimony today that the Mr. Thompson is only person who could possibly be the father of the child, is it Syre? How do you say the name?
His name is Sire.
Sire. Is he the only one that could possibly be the father of the child, Sire?
Yes.
He's the only one that you had intimate relationship with during the probable time of conception. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And in regards to Sire's last name, the surname, you're asking to keep it as Marshall. Is that correct?
Yes.
In regards to conservatorship, you have no objection to being named joint managing conservator with Mr. Thompson, but that you will designate the residents with a geographic restriction to Harris and contiguous counties. Is that correct?
Yes.
And in regards to possession and access, he does not have a relationship with the child currently. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
And so you are asking for a phase in visitation based on the age of the child and the relationship with the child of 10 periods each, with the first period being supervised by you or someone designated by you. Is that correct?
Yes.
And once each of those phases are completed, you have no objection to a standard possession order being entered in this case. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes.
In regards to child support and medical support, we've been able to determine that Mr. Thompson currently works at Papa's Restaurants and has been consistently since 2020. Is that correct?
From what I know, yes, ma'am.
And so his gross income is approximately $1,561.11 and has consistently been that way. And he does have one additional child that he has a court-ordered child support and medical support for. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
And how is this child covered by insurance?
My son has Medicaid.
We're going to order you to maintain that government medical assistance, and we are requesting that Mr. Thompson reimburse the state at $94 beginning June 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes. Question. Can I ask you a question about that?
Yes, ma'am.
So you said he starting June 1st. So if he weren't to reimburse the state, would my son's insurance be taken away?
No, if he doesn't pay it,
Okay.
it's
Okay. I was just making sure that his insurance wasn't going to be taken. Sorry.
no, as long as it's court ordered, even if he doesn't pay, you can keep it.
Okay.
So giving him credit for the cost of that health insurance and the one additional child, your current child support will be set at $227 beginning June 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are asking for retroactive child support from the date of birth up until now, based on his wages, his current wages, which were consistent through from that time period as well, in the amount, scrolling, in the amount of $6,213 to be paid back at the rate of $81 per month beginning June 1st of 2022. Is that your understanding and agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
That concludes the order, Your Honor. Pass my witness.
All right, the court